question I want to ask you. First time I met you, or you went through different challenges in your life. Why you stick with me, especially with me? I mean, there is so many yoga teachers, there is so many different studios, but why me? Why coming back for 4 years? It's not a day, it's not a two, it's 4 years. Not only you came back, also your daughter-in-law, your son, and now your daughter-in-law sister coming. So what make you in my studio, or maybe in me, or something we were doing together?
First and most importantly, thank you very much, Marinочka, for joining and opening up this conversation into a deeper level of diving into my personal feelings, right? So I remember very clearly when we first met that you were not only my yoga teacher, but we sat down for a very long time and we spoke for hours.
Yes.
And I will never forget, you used to tell me, oh my God, the time goes by and I keep talking to you. So to me, this is authenticity and our connection. I think universally, we connected as soul sisters. And when you feel connected with somebody and when you feel that this person understands you and they will not judge you, but they will see the big picture and they will really unleash the best areas out of you. And that's what you helped me do. You helped me work through all my shining points and you helped me work on my challenging points and you helped me really work on many different chapters of my life to become a better version of Olga, overcome of a lot of personal and business and, being a mother is not easy. Being a wife is not easy. Being a daughter is not easy. And within this time, we also go through a process of losing a lot of people on our way. Coming to your studio just gives me peace, refreshes my mind, makes me recommend you. First of all, you're local. You're right around the corner. The other day, I was coming out of a funeral, and then I had about 15 minutes, and we were doing a recording of your studio, and I said to my mom, you want to go? She said, no. I said, dropping you off, going to Marina. So my husband decided to go to movies, and I'm like, you know what? Marina, are you available? You said, you don't have any clients. And I said, you know what? Let's spend some time together.
Yeah.
So that's what makes me feel like the flexibility. And then you always find ways to make it work for you and for your clients. And I think personally, you work a lot on yourself. So I don't feel like you are a person who just learned something by the book and you continue to teach what you learned yesterday. You continue to improve, you continue to impact, You continue to learn, and you continue to help your clients to be the best versions of themselves.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure for me to share my knowledge, and I have so much to share. And sometimes I want to share so much, and I talk fast, but I need to slow down so people can understand and just kind of conceive and understand what I'm saying. Another question I want to ask you: if you have another chance to live your life, what would you change? Maybe you wouldn't change anything. Maybe you would change. What would you change?
It's a very deep question. I think if I had a chance to start all over again, I think I would identify very quickly not to waste time in corporate America. I think sales is my true passion. Helping people is my true passion. And the reason why I do this episodes right now, again, goes back to improving Olga, improving my personal life, and improving my client's life, giving back to my community. And really, I would not spend a moment of doing anything else but real estate. I'm truly passionate about what I do. And I am truly passionate about teaching people and understanding that money and being responsible for your credit, for your investments, for budgeting, and for money as a crucial point of anyone's life. When you reach number 40 as age, and you're not financially comfortable and established, in my opinion, 40 years of your previous life was, in my opinion, kind of not very well invested.
I see.
So I would definitely redirect this whole thing. And what I would implement into curriculum of schools is teaching children and really having them understand how important and valuable it is to have a good credit, how important it is and valuable to open up a credit card at the age of maybe teenagers, because your credit is your...
This is going to be a great topic for you for next podcast.
Absolutely.
Very important.
Because I feel like a lot of people are suffering, even going into marriage. I think, honestly, not to insult anybody, but if I would be dating a guy right now, I would ask him a first question. What is your credit like? Do you pay your bills on time? Do you like to save?
Yes.
Do you like to travel?
Life
Do you
hacks,
like to work on yourself? Do you like to improve your life to make you love yourself first?
Maybe we can open school.
You never
Prepare for
know.
marriage.
You never know.
School preparing for marriage. Listen, I love this title.
Listen, preparing people for marriage is the most important thing.
Very important.
When people have knowledge in understanding their financial responsibilities, when people don't overspend impulsively, okay, I think this is something goes back to you.
Yes.
People suffer from impulsivity.
From
people
eating,
suffer
spending,
impulsivity on
speaking,
eating. People get away by eating, thinking it's entertainment. No, it's not. Eating is not entertainment. Eating is necessity for the body, all the nutrients, all the minerals. But I think if I could change the world and I could change anything going backwards, I would start everything I just mentioned. Because to me, what we eat, what we consume in our mind, what we do, how we play the role with our children. My two wonderful children, God bless them, I love them to death. They are amazing human beings. I am very, very powerful mother, and they know that they can't mess around with their time. Time is limited. We're all here for a limited time on this planet Earth, and I personally feel and believe that every single day we cannot waste time. We got to invest it and work either on yourself, enjoy, and really impact and improve the lives of everyone we have the blessing of empower.
Thank you. I have another question. Okay. Imagine you are 30 years from now. How you see the world?
Huge change. Huge change.
What do you see?
I definitely see that yoga years ago was not as aligned and empowered into people's minds and life like it is right now. Mm-hmm. I'm meeting and seeing a lot of people that are starting to work on themselves and their spirituality more. I'm meeting a lot of people that are traveling to Bali, which is my dream, to travel to Bali one day and really work on my spirituality on a deeper level and improve my physical body as well. I see that the world is going to transform, and it will transform very quickly.
True.
And we need to really be very aligned with our mind and ourselves to very quickly follow the flow. Because if you don't follow the flow and you're not aligned and your brain is not reciprocating the information, you could get into big accident.
Or disconnect.
I think the future holds so much improvement with social media, so many different activities physically. I think people will stop watching TV. I think 30 years from now, people will not have TVs in the house. I think it's all going to transform into our phones will be our TVs. There will be huge transformation in technology world.
Do you think people is going to be less interesting? Do you think people are going to be more sick?
I think people will be more connected.
More connected?
Yes. I personally think there will be huge division. Huge division that we are clearly seeing it right now. You either wake up, you step up, and you go with the flow to improve and change, or you will just collapse and die down. You have a choice.
Okay.
But that's what's going to probably, based on what my vision is to what could potentially happen, is I'm seeing a lot of people that waking up and really putting their best foot forward and becoming a little bit more aware and more aligned with themselves.
You think more people is going to be more aware?
Yes.
Or it's 50-50, or you think?
I think it will be 50-50. I think we're going to lose a lot of wonderful people on the way because they will not be able to be strong enough to wake up and take action. But that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing two versions. It's either people are stepping up or they are just falling out.
You have any more questions to me? You have any questions?
Well, yeah, Marina, I mean, we had such a wonderful time together today. And, you kept asking me, why are you doing this? What's the purpose? And I kept telling you, Marina, I have a vision.
Yes.
I have a vision if we could improve and impact at least one soul. It's not always all about money.
Oh,
it's then giving back.
Yes, 100%.
And my personal feeling and belief is that when we dive into the source, giving back without any expectations, some really huge transformations happen naturally. It's already happening to me just by simply recording these episodes. I'm having some very interesting conversations with people. I wouldn't be doing this right now today if I wouldn't see the impact that it has on people. We're recording some significant news here in the studio with some business professionals that have some significant announcements. I mean, I didn't envision for this to happen, but it's just...
The funny part, I always saw podcasts. I'm a big fan of podcasts. I'm crazy about Jay Rogan or some very, interesting people. But I can spend hours, but I never thought in my life I'll be in it myself. But it's an honor to be here, and thank you for all the validation you gave it to me. Thank you for all your thoughts, and for introducing me to your friends and family. Thank you for trusting me, for believing in me to guide you, to navigate you, and kind of help you. Because I'm working with your mind, I'm working with your body, and trusting me, you have to be very open. And it means a lot to me. It means
we even said it at the same time.
And it means like I'm part of your family. And it's very interesting how people connect from different sources, and you never know who you're going to meet. I asked myself, when I was in the corporate, I asked myself, what do I want to do? Like 5 years from now, do I want to sit here and make more money? Okay, what's next? I always ask, what's next there for me? What's this can offer? No, it's not bored. It's like, I realized at age after 30, 35, why I'm here. I always ask myself, why am I, what's the reason for me to be here? What? And now, after 7 years, what I'm doing, I realize how big impact I can play, a big role on human beings.
And what did I tell you when I told you?
Change people's lives. I'm not going to be here forever. You're not either.
Of course,
right?
nobody
None of
is.
us. But if my intentional help or word or some practice, technique keeps with the child, and she or he will remember for the rest of life and passes on to their kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a legacy. That's definitely a legacy. And I would love continue what I do and share my knowledge. And I would love my kid and my grandkids follow my steps, what I do. And I have a lot to learn myself. I'm still learning. I have so much to learn. And get better myself.
Well, Marina, when I came to you, I have to honestly tell you, when I first began this journey, I had 1 or 2 or 3 guests in my mind, and you were one of them. And I told my daughter-in-law, I said, I think I have to bring Marina into the studio. And she also asked me, she said, Ma, you sell real estate. You're in business selling homes. What does yoga and Marina have anything to do with your business and real estate? And I said, I have to honestly tell you, all big decisions are made when you're processing your thoughts very carefully. And if we go back and we analyze all the big business people, they don't talk too much.
No.
They negotiate very firmly.
And think.
And when they say it, they mean it. And they not only say it and they mean it, they believe at what they say. And so when they say with such impactful tonality, there is no reason to scream and yell and prove. Sometimes you could just firmly state your point, and 100%. The point is made. By doing what I'm doing with you, I'm learning how to be more direct. I'm learning how to be more tuned in into my mind, my soul, and my internal gut feeling and intuition. My intuition played such a huge role during my personal event that recently happened to me. And if I would have listened to my intuition at that moment, maybe everything would have played out to be totally different. But from that moment on, I realized that our intuition is such a big, huge, major key to our future.
But how to activate that intuition? By practice
To
yoga.
really tune in to
by
your
being
thoughts.
grounded.
Right.
Remember? Being
grounded.
By practicing, by breathing, by connecting with yourself. That's the only way you're going to create. Even Albert Einstein said about intuition. What he said, knowledge, it's a loyal, I will say in Russian, знание – это покорная слуга. Интуиция – это Божий дар. So intuition, it's a gift from God.
But I believe everybody has one.
Yes.
I believe everyone has.
You have to bring it out of you.
Work through your mind and through your soul and breathing and tuning into yourself and learn to be by yourself and learn to enjoy being by yourself. Like, I love being by myself, especially at night. My brain goes right away into like, okay, what does Olga need for tonight?
Actually, yeah, you brought a very interesting topic about being by yourself. I realize a lot of people, the young generation, they don't want to be by themselves. They're afraid to be alone. Sometimes you need to be alone because when you're alone, you process your thoughts, you analyze your thoughts. Don't be afraid of your thoughts. Don't be bored with yourself. If you're bored, read book, go for a walk, go to a museum, feel yourself, fool yourself with all this knowledge so you're not going to be bored. I love to be by myself. Some people have a lot of issues and they always drag their spouses or friends. If I have a friend like, can you walk with me for a walk? I'm like, why? You can go alone? No, I can't. Why? It's very important to be by yourself because you're going to learn who you are through walking, by being, just even being in the room quiet, being alone. It has a huge impact on you. I wish people will understand more how it's important, again, being alone. And enjoy every moment. We're never alone. Look at this. We're either in the kitchen, we're either working, we're either listening, we're either music or arguments or work. We're never, especially now, alone. We live in such a liquid world. Everything's changing fast. We're always learning, playing. Look at this. iPhone 14, already iPhone 15. I want you just to learn 15. It's all going to be 16. So when do I have time to sit alone and just enjoy this moment? People don't. That's why they get disconnected. Again, comes back to disconnection. Sitting alone, I think it's the best gift you can give to yourself. Okay, Ola.
Well, Marinочka, thank you very much for joining me here today. It was a very impactful moment for both of us.
For me too.
And, I'm looking forward to many more beautiful episodes to come.
Looking forward to. Олечка, спасибо.
Thank
you.